have a really exciting day that is kind of jam-packed with different creative stuff that I think you would really like. Okay, this is actually a huge win. Like, this is something that I didn't even realize was happening, and so we have to celebrate that. Hello and welcome back to another week in the studio. I picked up the camera today because I have a really exciting day that is kind of jam-packed with different creative stuff that I think you would really like. So I thought this would be a perfect time to take you along. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Malin and I run a small illustration studio alongside my branding agency. But here I document me creating illustrations, digital products, but also physical products like greeting cards, notepads, things like that. And this week I have two different things that I'm working on. One is that I'm going to be setting up a kind of pop-up on the side of the road. So I don't know if you've also been getting a lot of these on Instagram, but there's a big trend of people starting like micro bakeries or setting up like a flower stand on the side of the road or something like that. And I was thinking, so if you were with me over winter when we were doing the pop-up Christmas shop, that was such a huge success, and it was just such like the community really embraced it because there isn't a lot of stuff around here. So I was thinking that it would be really fun to do like a miniature version of that, because in the summer I obviously use the greenhouse for growing things, so it's really full. I'll show you in a second everything that's going on because it's absolutely lovely. But I wanted something where I don't have to man it. So one of my friends, she's doing this where she sells like cut flowers and things, and she has it where you can basically like the equivalent of like Venmo but in Swedish. So we have an app called Swish, which is really similar, and so you can basically set prices and people can pick up like stationery or giftable items. So I have some different ideas for that, and I thought that could be a really cool way to do that. Now, to do that, I'm thinking of buying a secondhand piece of furniture, almost like a cabinet or something that has like some glass doors on it. And then I need to refinish it to be able to be outside. I also need to figure out exactly like what type of spacing and shelving I would need, what kind of things to be able to put the stationery inside for it to look really nice and for it to be easy for people to look through, not get damaged. So I want to take you along for that. Before we start sketching, I just have to show you a few things in the garden and the greenhouse, because look at these beautiful tulips that we have, and I'll take you inside the greenhouse as well. I planted out these tomatoes about a week ago, and when I did, you can see like all the bottom leaves were quite unhappy, but now they are starting to really recover and look so much happier. So tomatoes are happy, we got some potatoes, like some early potatoes, we got some carrots, and we even got like some aubergine, which is new for me. So let's go inside, make a nice cup of tea, and then we can make that sketch. So I was thinking I'll sketch out what I am thinking for this kind of cabinet by the street that will be like a pop-up. So I'm thinking that we're gonna have something a little bit taller. So we're gonna have to think about the counterweight. So in an ideal scenario, we would have like some drawers at the bottom. So maybe it would be like, like cabinet doors that I could put like rocks in, or maybe make it really, really heavy so that it couldn't fall over. And then at the top, you basically have two doors that you could do a securing little thing between the different doors. So basically you've got the knobs, and then you've got like a little thing that can go like this so that they don't blow open, but it's like super duper easy for people to actually be able to open them if they want to buy something. Inside of here, you would have a few shelves. Maybe I would have to do them different in order for it to fit different types of products. So it could be that, let's say, I would do greeting cards in this side, and I would do like coloring books and maybe posters in this side. And once I've been growing a lot more vegetables, I could be putting things like pumpkins and stuff in here too, if people are interested in buying that, or even cut flowers could be an option. So I'm thinking, I found these acrylic stands that I think could be interesting. So we could be putting like stands in here that would have the different greeting cards. And we definitely want to make sure we have like some labels that sit at the bottom here that are saying like what the products are and what the prices are. And we want to be super duper clear with how people can actually buy these. So I want to do this a couple of different ways. So I do want to put some kind of roof on this because the most pressure from weather is going to be coming by like rain going on top of this. So I'm thinking if we could have a little bit on top like this, where it could be, maybe we could write our social media handle on here, the website, some sort of contact information, or it could even say like stationary pop-up or something like that. And then here would be a roof. So I'll just do like a one like this so you get what I mean. Okay, and that's going to protect everything a little bit. So it will basically go out a little bit this way. And then I'm thinking we need to make it super duper clear how they can actually buy something. So we could do that either by putting something on the ground, which I think would be super duper practical. Maybe a way to do it, since we're not going to be opening these so much, would be to put something on here. That would be a sign that says like the number to do the payment, any information like that, how it works kind of thing. And although this would be essentially always open, I guess I would potentially need to restock it once in a while, hopefully, so it could be closed then. But also just so that it draws people in, I think we'd want to have something that says like a little open sign. So I'm just trying to think of the best way to put that, because it could be that we have like a little open thing coming off like this. Or we could have something that hangs like in this bit here underneath, where we have a little open sign. Sorry, the sketch is getting a little messy, but I'm hoping that you're kind of getting what I'm thinking. I'm hoping to find a type of cabinet that is already a little bit in that older style, so that it fits with the aesthetic of like the greenhouse and the house and everything around it, but also just like the brand of it being a bit more aesthetic. So like if it would have maybe some like details in the wood, maybe I would even paint some details. Like I'll show you something I did for our chairs in the kitchen, and maybe something like that would be really cute for it. My biggest challenge honestly right now is finding something to put all the products in so that they don't get damaged in case this would blow open or people are touching the cards a lot. I would want some kind of sleeve, but I don't really want it to be a plastic sleeve because I want it to be more eco-friendly. The problem is the ones I had, let me show you those. This is what they look like. So they're fully made of paper, so it's like fully recyclable, and I've just sealed it with a sticker in the back. So it's pretty stiff because you've got the envelope in here too. And although I still have some of these, and these are great because they are fully like recyclable and it's all paper and stuff, my problem is that they're not fully see-through, as you can see. So you can see the design through, but I don't know how much it matters that they are not super see-through. Like, should I, for example, stack the different cards and just have one in the front that isn't packed up? Or would people not mind? Or do I need to find some that are completely clear? I really am very unsure about this one, and I've also found basically an option that doesn't have these edges. That would be like a perfect card size. So if anyone has a tip for clear ones that are still more eco-friendly than plastic, please let me know in the comments, because I really want to find some of those. So Jeremy and I headed out of work a little bit early today. We had Grandma and Grandpa come over to babysit, so we had some extra time before the actual creative event that we headed to in the evening. So we decided to go to the local library, which is also this amazing place with an art museum. And right now they also have this event that is kind of like a student expo. So all of the different pieces were by different students, different art students. So after having some time just to ourselves, we headed over to the creative event. Hi, today's the next day. I just want to talk a little bit about the event because I'm someone I've run my business for 10 years now. And for me, networking events in those first 3 to 5 years, it was kind of like a survival thing. Like I had to find customers, I had to pay rent. And so I always went into those networking events with like a mission, with really like specific like business cards and plans and talking points and things like that. And although it was really fun and inspiring, it was also exhausting. And I'm someone who always thinks about like, oh, I need to lead the conversation. It's my responsibility to make sure everyone feels comfortable and excited and things like that. And that takes a lot of energy. So it was such a like revelation for me to be able to go to an event like this and actually just like enjoy it. I'm not here for any like specific purpose. I'm just here to get inspired, to have fun. They had like a music, some live music. It was just really fun. And I think it's really important to sometimes think back, you know, on your creative journey and on your business and think, okay, this is actually a huge win. Like, this is something that I didn't even realize was happening, that I could be this comfortable going to events like this. And so we have to celebrate that. So, if you have something like that you're like super excited, actually you've realized recently, or if you're thinking back to your creative journey, like what is something that maybe there's like a type of style that you now have that you never thought you would, or maybe you've gone to like a networking event, or you've tried something new, or you've tried posting videos for the first time, or something like that. Let me know that in the comments because I really want to celebrate together. And yeah, just I think we should be nicer to ourselves. So I'm just gonna wrap up the vlog here for today. I can't wait to see what kind of piece I can find for the pop-up. I'll definitely take you along to some secondhand shops next time and we can have a look for something, and I'll be painting it and I'll be putting everything together. I also need to design a few more cards that are a bit more mainstream. I think I'm gonna do one that says happy birthday in Swedish. And I'm gonna do like a kids one and some different ones like that. So we'll draw those and order those and all of that next time. So I'm super excited to do all of that, and I just want to wish you a super lovely week and thank you so much for stepping by. If you like this kind of vlog, make sure that you subscribe and like because it really helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye!